Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today, if you obviously read the title, I'm going to be going over a outreach system which utilizes cold email with make.com, where you can personalize a bunch of emails and send them out at scale within basically seconds. Without further ado, let's just jump straight into the video. So this is the sort of diagram where I'll just explain everything. So it's like a done for you AI lead generation, personalized cold email system, which you can market to B2B agents, SaaS startups, or business consultants, coaches, or you can just use it for your own business to get leads. Basically, it applies to everybody. The pain points it solves, it just removes any manual prospecting time. So searching Google Maps for leads, you can say like searching LinkedIn or just any sort of way of manually web scraping for leads. It just eliminates that. It also eliminates poor personalization in emails at scale. So usually if you're sending like bulk emails, you're not going to be able to personalize them with information about the actual prospect, which makes it seem like spammy. You might get put in the spam like folder in Google, because if you're sending the exact same email to everybody, it's probably not going to go well for you. It also just automates lead management, because we include sort of instantly an API for instantly, so it just enters leads straight into a campaign, which takes care of the whole management of the leads. It also stores them into a Google Sheet, so yeah, it keeps a record of everything. And fourth is the opportunity to scale, so focuses on the core operations, and you can build upon and lead gen nurturing and follow-up. So you can just have as many lead sort of follow-ups as possible after. You can nurture them with free value, stuff like that. There's lots of opportunities where you can just make the process a lot more sort of seamless and useful. So this is the greens how it works. So firstly, a business owner or yourself or whoever enters a lead profile into a Google Sheet, or I made a sort of like dashboard where it's like a website that I send to my clients, and they can enter the lead profile through like their own like dashboard. You guys don't have to do that. You can just use Google Sheet or an Airtable, which is what I'll show you guys in the make demonstration after this. AI then converts that lead profile into a searchable apollo.ai link. So Apollo is what we're going to be using to scrape leads. Make.com then retrieves the findings of the Apollo search, and then Make also filters out the leads without emails provided or without like quality emails. So it's like an email verification node. And then Make stores them into a CRM or Google Sheet. AI, this is the coolest part, AI then searches all these leads LinkedIns to find personalization topics. So usually what I aim to do is find like previous work or successful projects. So I'll say, let's say I'm targeting construction businesses, I'll say, hey, ABC Construction, nice work on your recent project in Melbourne or whatever. It'll be more specific than that. But yeah, to sort of, I don't think you should personalize too much, but little bits of personalization really do help. But if the whole email is just written with AI, it's probably not going to be the best. So what I usually do is I have a really well copyrighted templated email that I use universally for every single cold lead, and then I have little variable points in that template that get replaced with the LinkedIn information. So the whole email isn't just AI, it's a combination of really well copyrighted email and AI sort of variables. That's what I find works the best. And then leads are then entered into the email campaign on instantly automatically. So without further ado, I'll just jump into the Make build. So this is what I was talking about, the dashboard that I have. It's called Smart Sender. You guys won't have this, but this is where I put the lead profiles details in. So I've sent this to clients that I personally help, and they can just enter in who they want to scrape. 10 employees, for example. I'm not going to go over it, but yeah, it's same thing, but I'll show you what Airtable looks like. It's the exact same thing. You just link this up instead of the custom webhook. You'd have that in place of it, and you just say the exact same thing. So construction size of business, location, and then the Apollo link is built there. So yeah, it's the same thing basically. Anyways, the next tool is it's combining all those variables you got from the Airtable and just making it one variable. So industry, size, location, it just combines all of them. That's a set variable. Then you want to use an AI node. So I'm using DeepSeek, but you can use ChatGPT. ChatGPT is probably better, but DeepSeek's a bit cheaper, so I'm using it for this build. You want to write, this is where you sort of create the Apollo link. So this is what you write in the user. You just put that variable that you built, your target audience, and then you say you are your URL generation agent. You can pause it and read. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but yeah, URL generation agent, your task is to convert natural language input into a valid Apollo search. You want to put the output format as that. That's because that's exactly what Apollo takes. And then you want to give it these rules here. I'm pretty sure I just asked ChatGPT about these rules, so you can do the same. You can copy exactly what I wrote, or you can just ask GPT as well. There's a lot of sort of rules here, because you need to have a very specific sort of Apollo link. You want to give an output example as well. Yeah, so this is, feel free to pause there. You obviously can do differently, but that's what I do. And you want to put the tokens up, because that's a very important node. And then this is Appify. So this is what runs Apollo. It's an Appify scraper. You'll be able to find it. It's called this. So I'm not going to go on Appify and show you, but yeah, you just have to sign up, and then you go to actors and you search up Apollo scraper, scrape 50k leads. You should be able to, it should be the first one that pops up. You want to download that, and then you want to input this JSON. So yeah, you have to obviously use your API to sign up for this on Make, but once you have your API set up, that's the JSON you want to put in. So I'm only doing 10. If you want to change it and make it like 1,000, I only did 10 because I was doing test runs with this, so I was only going to find 10 leads. But let's say you want to find 1,000, you can write as many as you want, or probably not as many as you want, but you can do like 100,000 leads, and then it's going to search the URL that you got from DeepSeek or ChatGPT, whatever. And then, yep, that's all you have to do for that. So that's running the agent, running the actor. And now you want to sleep the entire make system. This is really important because it takes time to actually scrape. So if you just try and get the data straight away, it's not going to work, because you need to wait for the actor to actually finish before you get the data. So you want to sleep the whole project for 45 seconds. It might be, I'm only doing 10 leads, so you might need to do like 90 seconds, 60 seconds, something a bit more. But yeah, you can just trial and error that. And then you want to get data set items now. So you want to receive everything that you scraped. So you want to get the data set ID, which you will find from this actor here. You can just search it up in the items here. Data transformation clean, it should all be like this anyways. And then you want to obviously have JSON, and I think all of that's going to be just already set for you anyways, but if it's not, you can copy there. And then this is also important. This is email validation. Yeah, so this is the email validation node. You just want to search up verify an email. You can use any of these. I just found this one and I created a API for it, and you just want to get all the emails from the Appify scrape, and then you want to just verify if it's an actual like valid email that you can email. So a lot of the emails you'll get from Appify aren't actually valid, so you want to just save time. Some of the leads you get from Appify won't actually have emails either, so they'll just have like a name, and then they'll have maybe like a phone number, or they won't have an email. So this makes sure that every lead that you get actually has an email. So as you can see, the filter here, if the email exists and it goes through, if the state of the email is deliverable, you'll find all these when you run it. But if the state's deliverable, if the SMTP check is equal to true, and if the reason is valid _ mailbox. So just copy all these variable, not really variables, but conditions. These will confirm that your email is valid, that you've scraped. So that's the most important one, just making sure they actually have an email, because a lot of the leads don't. So yeah. And then this is where you put the leads into Google Sheets. So you can put them into Airtable or whatever sort of software. These variables haven't loaded because I was testing this before, so a lot of these, this is from like a while ago, but you should have all these, the name, email, organization name, stuff like that. And then yeah, you want to just chuck all these variables down into a Google Sheet. So you can see I've got a row for name, email, phone number, organization name, important info, title, location, industry. You don't need to have all these, but I recommend having probably don't need important info, but I recommend having organization name, title, location, industry, name, email. I recommend having all those. Now this is where you're going to use LinkedIn to scrape information. So you're going to use HTTP request, and you want to, this is a bit tricky. You have to search up Google, go on this URL or something like this. It's called Google APIs. I can't actually remember how exactly I did it, but you have to search up LinkedIn API or something like that, and you have to do it through Google. So you have to get this link somehow. It's gonna be different for everybody, but yeah, you want to have your name, the name of the person who you're trying to contact. So like the manager, for example, and then the business name, and then you want to have it as get, and you want body type as raw, text plain, and then that's going to get LinkedIn information. It's going to be a big file because it's going to get everything from LinkedIn. So you're not going to use obviously all of it, but yeah, I would, if you're struggling with that, I would recommend just asking ChatGPT or any AI how to get a LinkedIn API, or you can search up on Google. I can't remember what I did, but you might be able to just search this link and figure it out from there. But yeah, then you want to sort of find the relevant information with AI. So my filter here, oh, it wasn't actually a filter, I don't know why I have a subject, but then you want to go into AI, and you basically just want to, as you can see, summarize following LinkedIn profile into key insights relevant to marketing help. So SEO, ads, lead generation. So I was doing marketing agencies, so that's why I've got this. You would just have whatever you're trying to target, and then write a short punchy email subject line that could catch their attention. So you might not want to do subject lines with AI. A lot of people like to just have their subject lines the same for every lead. They might have like, does this interest you, and then use the name so it catches their interest. But yeah, you can also use AI to write a subject line. I'll show you what the system stuff says. You can feel free to pause and read. Yeah, you want to make sure you have only output the subject line, because with DeepSeek it likes to output a lot of extra stuff. Like it likes to give you like options and things. You need to have that so just straight away you can go into an email. And then you want to update the row with the subject line. You don't actually have to do that, but I like to do that, just keeping everything nicely in the Google Sheet. And then now the body. So yeah, as you can see here, summarize the following LinkedIn profile into key insights. So same thing, and then write personalize first two sentences of the cold email. So I don't like writing the whole email with AI. It just doesn't really work like that. You need to have effective copywriting. So yeah, I've just got it to write the first two sentences of the cold email with the data and then the name, because you want to have their name in the cold email. So you want to say, hey, Jason, good work at ABC Construction with your recent project in blah, blah, blah. So yeah, goals is usually the one that I like to do, achievements or goals. So it makes them feel sort of important. And then, yeah, I'll let you guys read this. It's going to be similar to that. It's just, yeah, you have a lot of sort of important things you need to say, because AI sometimes just wigs out and doesn't understand what's going on. You want to put the tokens up for this, and then yeah, you want to again store it into Google Sheet. And then finally, you want to send all this into a campaign. So you want to create a campaign. I'm not going to go through all the instantly stuff, there's plenty of videos online on how to set up campaigns. That's a completely different thing. I'm just going to go over the sort of automating part. So that's basically it. You can also just send the email straight from here. So you can, but then you have to set up all the follow-ups in a separate flow. So you have to make a new scenario for all the follow-ups. I can go over that in another video, but it's quite, takes quite a lot of time. So you have to set up time variables. So when it's been 7 days, it sends another email, and it's quite complicated. So I can do that in another video, but I recommend just using Instantly to send campaigns and stuff, because it does it all for you, and it's all just very easily viewable on a dashboard. But yeah, that's basically the main premise of my cold outreach system. I haven't seen anybody do a cold outreach system exactly like this with the LinkedIn sort of part and the validation part. I'm sure people have done it, but yeah, this is quite unique. I think I haven't seen anything on YouTube about this. Yeah, I hope you guys found that useful. I'd love to hear what you guys think. If you have any questions, if you struggle with it at all, because I know it's quite sort of difficult to work around some of the APIs and stuff. Yeah, I'd love to help you guys out. If you want me to just build this for you, you don't want to think about it, if you need it for your business or you need it for your clients, my email is on my YouTube. You should be able to find it. It should be in the description as well. So yeah, I'd love to help you guys out with any builds. Yeah, feel free to let me know. Yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next video.